What's up, y'all? It's your boy Lanye, 24 years free. My boy Max in the house. So, yo, we're gonna switch this one up. I want to talk about some more current event situations that I find somewhat ironic, but a sign of the times nonetheless. If viewed by another lens, it'd be looked at a different way. The first thing I want to talk about is the two Asian shootings, dare I say, Asian on Asian crime shootings. One in the south of California and the other one in the north of California. Both were, like I said, Asian on Asian. The victim was Asian and the perpetrator was Asian. Both, from what I understand, knew somewhat of the people that they were assassinated, and they're both are current events in the Asian on Asian, and both in Northern and Southern California. The reason why I find that fascinating, and I do want to send out a shout out to the families, because it's tragic nonetheless, no matter who does it, and whether it's for motivational reasons or not. One shouldn't kill. But I digress to say that it's considered a mass shooting, and the Asians had been going through it with people jumping on them, as a matter of fact, elderly, which, ironically again, both the perpetrators were elderly. The one guy, I believe, was in his 60s, 65 or so, and the other guy was like 70, 73. And they both shot at least 3 or more other Asians. I think one shot 10 or 12. But I just find it a little bit ironic that the response to that is, well, we can't even mention that as Asian on Asian. It's wrong. But we was protesting in the streets when we thought that somebody was jumping on Asians because they were Asian. This guy shot some Asians and he was Asian. Now when it's black on black, we get a different response even still. But I do want to send a shout out to the families that was going through that. I don't know what the complete motivation for both those things was. They just really seemed like grudges that got out of hand, killed massive amounts of people. But it's still tragic, nonetheless. But as a current event, I think that it's interesting that it's Asian on Asian. And I want to harken on that for a minute, because let's look at the perpetrators. Let's look at the men who did these mass murders and these mass shootings amongst their own community. There's nothing... What's the word I'm looking for? There's nothing that you can point your finger at it and say, this is, I see now. Everybody is disgruntled to some degree, we just ain't willing to shoot shit up. Like, everybody got access to guns and can do some things, but why would I want to shoot up a Metrolink? Why would I do that? Right? But motherfuckers who cross that line end up doing that, and it's real interesting that it happens all the time. And it's probably going to even happen more because motherfuckers is fed up with a gang of shit. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is this shooting. Well, no, it wasn't a shooting. It was a beating, I believe. And the killing of this black man. What was that at, Cuzzo? Where out of Michigan, the 5 officers were...
TYRE Nichols, something like that.
Yeah. What was it out of, though? What state?
That's a good question, man.
So my folks is looking that up, and the interesting thing about that is that I think I see Tupac as a born black in a white man's world. Cops beating up black people is nothing new. I have gone on record and said that a lot of the institutions that exist will exist just to oppress us, and the police in general, the birth of that organization was a slave oppression group. and then it eventually evolved into the police department. So the police jumping on black people is by design, and them killing you is, you know, par for the course. So this is not even nothing new. I'm never surprised, like, you know, George Floyd or whatever, whoever, because our response to any of them getting killed, whether it was right or wrong, is not the response that's going to get them people to stop killing. So, plus black people was putting themselves in a lot of position of getting themselves killed too. But the issue with this particular most recent shooting between, I keep saying shooting. I think he was beaten. Can you look that up for me?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Whatever the situation between that cop and that individual, they should have not have killed him. He should not be dead, right? The response to that is so, it's so dichotomized and so far the response as you could possibly get from if there were white cops. Because if there were white cops,
What I used to say his name? TYRE Nichols.
TYRE Nichols is the victim's name. Shout out to the Nichols family.
It was in Memphis.
And it was in Memphis. Yeah, they was expecting a lot of riots. I heard that a lot of the police departments is gearing up for possible showings of protests and whatnot. Maybe even some riots and some looting. So that's gonna keep the peace. I ain't with none of that shit. But the interesting thing is that how fast the officers were charged. They were charged and fired almost immediately. I don't even believe that they have, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe that they have had a response from their union. If they were white, if those officers were white and that guy was black, somehow this complete thing would be completely done differently. We probably would be much more willing to riot. I don't see why people would riot if it was black on black. But I don't know. You know, people get mad for, people use opportunities for opportunities. But I think it's far different that this is black on black and they just happen to be cops. Because if you look at the video, like I looked at the video, those dudes was gangbangers. They just happened to have badges and went through the force. That brother was just in the wrong hood. And that's just the way I look at that, is that he was just in the wrong hood. And they killed him. Now, he did some things that he probably shouldn't do. Black folks should never ask the police what I did. Just let this motherfucker calm down. All of that de-escalation shit is not realistic. It's their world, and you're in it. And they feel like exercising some authority. You're not there to change that in no kind of way other than to abide and obey. So anybody who don't do that, I'm not saying they deserve to get killed or beat up by the police, but you low key you could have done better than that. That's how I say it like that. But I do think those things are very tragic. I think that the Northern California shooting, I think Half Moon Bay, and the other one was in Orange County, I think ended in Torrance, and the brother in Memphis, and those cops. But I do believe that those cops will get found guilty. They're black guys. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what the reality is. You know, I was telling my fam that you know, Benjamin Crump, obviously is representing the family. That's what he does. But usually the road is the same except the color of the officers. The color of the victim is the same. He's always black. But the color of the officers are usually white or Hispanic or whatever, some non-African American, you know what I'm saying, ethnicity. And there you go with Benjamin Crump. So someone like him is saying, like, it's wrong no matter what race the officer is. Which, that's true. Because them dudes was gangbangers and that dude was in the wrong hood. Yo, I always wanted to try something different because, you know, I had never done no more no more hot topics or more recent what's the word I'm looking for? More recent topics. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start doing more of that. We're gonna start doing more of that. I want to hear what you want to hear. Yo, if this is the first time you ever came across my channel, it's your boy Ye, Lon Ye, 24 years free. I want you to hit that subscribe button. We finna try to pump this up. We finna try to get this train moving. I need you to hit that thumbs up. Comment, please. If you had an experience, you don't have experience, you want me to talk about something, I need to hear it. Yeah, that's how we gonna do it. That's what. So, yo, it's your boy Lanye, 24 years free, and we up out of here. Peace.